welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Golden Gophers will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Washington's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Makes the catch, it's Brown. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback going straight.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A first down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. top. Big fella moving. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, the red zone, the field starts to shrink as a defense. I don't drop as far in my drops now. I got to understand, I'm getting back quick. That ball is going to come out. Nice job by the defense reacting to the pass and going and making a physical tackle.
He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out. Man, I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole.
Scores on the sneak.
Who needs a field goal when you can get a touchdown? First drive, set the tone, making a statement. 4th and goal, we are going for it. We are here for all the smoke. Nice job by this offense, capitalizing on the momentum, getting a touchdown to start this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Minnesota's offense will get the ball for the first time. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. Got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
Fires to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. He's looking downfield to throw. Pulls it in. It's Flanagan. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Good right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They got off to a flying start, a touchdown on that opening drive, and now an opportunity to build on this lead. They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up.
Catch inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is?
Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the handoff. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coach. You know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets it in.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They'll try the run. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Golden Gophers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, he's got a chance. Lowers those pads. Breaks into the open. He's at the touchdown. Golden Gophers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll run play action. On the run, still looking. On the run, fires downfield. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking for a crease to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. On a little time, lets it go. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. There he goes. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it up to 16.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him. Try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, on 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. If you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He leaves it with the back. Turning it on. He has the first and still on his feet. He's at the tap, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Huskies. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Looking for block. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Opening play of the drive from the 39. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand. Now you have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Unloads it left, and he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. This time he's got it. Breaks into the... Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! A great catch and run for 6.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Minnesota 17.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's driving. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The offense will quickly use the timeout. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Coming out with it, it's Leon. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, Dick. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Golden Gophers are marching down the field. Through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up.
Touchdown, Golden Gophers! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
This guy just had... for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Snap in the shotgun. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll give it to the back. Got room at the 35. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Washington. And once he
where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
A late hit moves the ball. $15 yards. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Just feeds the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, with his speed, they're going to keep blitzing him over and over because you'll get results like that right there. Kind of reminds you of Joe Kelly, a great linebacker at Washington in the 80s, or maybe Mason Foster as well. Those guys can go sideline to sideline, but they could also blitz. This guy can do it all.
Caught over the middle. It's Jones. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. The offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with a big one.
Sweet cut there. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they were going to stop the running game, it wasn't just running backs, but this guy also very dangerous when he takes off the bounce.
Jesse, you know what? Even if the defense knows that about the opposing quarterback, there's something demoralizing about giving up a QB run.
Well, and it's tough because this guy is so athletic. He makes a lot of defenses feel pretty bad about themselves.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real... job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Absolutely center cut. The lead is now back down to 9. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time. They're up by 24 over Indiana. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of this drive comes from the 27. The lone back's got it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who start through the first 3 periods. So the final period starts with a second down play. Give to the running back. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is.
There he goes. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Power football with the Wild.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll keep it on the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give to the single back. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
From the gun, the running back has it. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
And now, fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And the returner goes down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. Field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. To the air on first down. They get enough push, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack party.
The Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Finds a man on the left. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Flips it out in the flat. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And the Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Wants to throw again. Oh, they're after him. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Shoots it to the left. Hauls it in the first down and more. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, gets the defense off guard.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them... It's going to be ours.
Quick handoff. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! And the comeback is on. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. What a big play this one could be. Tight game. Getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed over the middle. It's driving. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They try to get it outside on the left. Turning it on! And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Well, we've seen this a couple of times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right.